Now I invited Dr. Bajracharya to present his paper and complete in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Fellow speakers of today, venerable monks, ladies and gentlemen, title of my paper, as already mentioned, is Sacred Bodhi Tree Garden in Lumbini, Possibility and Necessity. I would like to dedicate this paper to my late teacher, Dr. Bajracharya, the Dean of Lumbini Buddhist University, who would be very much pleased if he has been here. So I'm missing him today. We have talked much about specialties of Nepal. There are so many domains regarding Buddhism in Nepal. For example, Nepal is the birthplace of Lord Buddha, not only Sakyamuni Buddha, other two Buddhas are also associated here, the Korkuchanda and Kanakmuni Buddha. Likewise, Nepal is also known as the storehouse of Buddhist Sanskrit literature, and Nepal is also known for the place where the last remnant of Buddhism, Indian Buddhism, persisted. Likewise, we have many domains regarding Buddhism, but I would like to share my views on Bodhi trees. In my view, according to my study, Nepal is the habitat of Bodhi tree, which is less known in public. So, but my paper is technical. It has been technical, so it will be difficult for you to understand the exact paper unless you have that paper in your hand. Unfortunately, that is not possible today. So I would like to cut down those technical parts and give emphasis only in the concluding part. So I will not take much time here. Before I start my presentation, I would like to elaborate something on Bodhi trees regarding definitions, textual sources, etc. And objective of this paper is to reveal the possibility of establishment of Sacred Bodhi Tree Garden in Lumbini to add to its glory. Let's start from definition. When the questions arise like who is the Buddha and what is a Bodhi tree, we often get answers. Sakyamuni Buddha is the Buddha, and people, Ficus religiosa is the Bodhi tree. And such is the definition we often find in most of the dictionaries and encyclopedias. To give some example, I can show. Okay, I have some example. For example, in Encyclopedia Britannica, it is written like this: Bodhi, also called Bodhi tree, according to Buddhist tradition, the people Ficus religiosa, under which the Buddha sat when he attained enlightenment at Bodh Gaya, India. Such is the definition, and such definition gives impression that only Sakyamuni Buddha is the Buddha and only people is the Bodhi tree. But it is not so. There are several Buddhas, so many Buddhas, and every Buddha is associated with a Bodhi tree. And as listed in Tripitaka, mostly in Khuddaka Nikaya, Buddha Vamsa, and Dure Nidan, Jatak Atthakatha, there are mention of 28 Buddhas, and also related Bodhi trees are mentioned. I'm cutting down very short my paper. So the exact definition is not given in most of the dictionaries and other word thesaurus. The definition should go like this: the generic name of the tree under which a Buddha attains enlightenment, according to Jatak Nidhan Katha, different Buddhas attained enlightenment, seated under different trees of their choice, and each of them could be described as Bodhi tree of the particular Buddha during his dispensation. So that means there are multiple Buddhas and multiple Bodhi trees. Now let's come to synonyms of Bodhi tree. Bodhi trees are differently known as Bodhi Vriksha, Bodhi Druma, Bodhi Taru, Bodhi Mula, Bodhi Rukha, tree of enlightenment, like that. That's several synonyms. And Bodhi tree is also treated as symbol of Buddha, and it is mentioned in different Buddhist sources like Kalinga Bodhi, Jatak, and several other texts. So we can say that Bodhi tree represents Buddha. The Bodhi tree plays a very important role for Buddhists of all traditions, being a reminder and an inspiration, a symbol of peace and Buddha's enlightenment and of the ultimate potential that lies within us. And Bodhi tree is also regarded as Chaitya. That is also mentioned. You can have my paper from the office, or you can contact me for details for other sources. And regarding the textile sources of Bodhi tree, I have already mentioned Buddha Vamsa of Phudak Nikaya and Dure Nidana of Jatak Arthakatha. And in Kathmandu Valley, there are different recensions of Swayambhu Puran, which mention Saptatathagata, the 7 Buddhas. And there is one other text, Mahapadana Sutra, that is also the source, Mahapadana Sutra of Digha Nikaya, that also has mention of 7 Buddhas. So apart from that, there are other texts translated and local person, but all of them are based upon mostly the Buddha Vamsa and Dure Nidana, which mentions 28 Buddhas. But most striking thing is that there is uniformity in mentioning of 28 Buddhas. Name of the Buddhas are accurate. There is uniformity, but there is no uniformity in mention of Bodhi trees. There is a lot of confusion because most of the Bodhi trees are mentioned either in Pali or in Sanskrit. And in translated text, the names are mentioned in local version, sometimes in Newari and sometimes in some other language. So that creates confusion. So my effort is to identify the exact botanical name which is approved by International Botanical Nomenclature so that such confusion can be minimized. So I tried for that, and I tried to give appropriate botanical name. And the name goes like this, as mentioned in this slide. You can go to this slide. I have compared both the sources, the Buddha Vamsa and Dure Nidana, and I have developed on my own study that this would be the appropriate listing of Bodhi trees. And also, I have studied the distribution pattern of Bodhi trees, and I found that most of the Bodhi trees, I listed 23 kinds of Bodhi tree belonging to 28 Buddhas. You can note it that number of Buddha is 28, but Bodhi trees are 23 only, because you can see in the list, some of the Bodhi trees are repeated. In case of, you see, Meswapshiri, that is Nagkesar, it is the Bodhi tree of Mangala, Buddha Mangala, and Sumana, Rebot, and Swabita. So repetition is there. That's why number of Bodhi trees is less. And most encouraging thing for me is to note that all of the Bodhi trees, the 23 kinds of Bodhi trees, are existing in Nepal. So Nepal should take pride in having all kinds of Bodhi tree in our country. And that place should be Lumbini. That is my view. And we can accommodate all types of Bodhi tree here in Lumbini. We can separate we can locate one place and develop Bodhi tree garden here, so that that can attract all other Buddhists. So I have also given a distribution pattern of Bodhi tree. Next slide, please. This is the distribution pattern. And to summarize this distribution pattern, you can note that all of the Bodhi trees are available in Nepal. All the 23 kinds of Bodhi trees are available in Nepal. And that too is in Tarai Belt, that is tropical region. So we can take advantage from this distributional chart. And next slide. And some commendable work have been done at the instigation of Lumbini Development Trust. After Lumbini Master Plan had been developed, some effort has been made to develop the forest community here. Plantation work has been done, and I would like to mention here a few of them. Some commendable work have been done in Lumbini through instigation of Lumbini Development Trust. Effort has been made raising trees according to Lumbini Master Plan. In 2007, two experts, namely Khem Raj Bhatrai and Sushim Ranjan Baral. Sushim Ranjan Baral had been my colleague, my friend in college days, and they surveyed the existing tree species of Lumbini Sacred Grove based upon tree census of 2000 AD conducted by the trust. And they reported 65 tree species that covered 11% of the total tree species of Nepal from Sacred Grove. And among them, 13 were Bodhi trees belonging to Paris Buddhas. They are as follows. Slide. 13 Bodhi trees which are already existing in this sacred garden are there. You can see, you can have the list. So among the 23 Bodhi trees, 13 are already, that is more than half of the total Bodhi tree. So why not we develop to full number, that is 23. This shows, I would like to read out once again, this shows that nearly half of the Bodhi trees are already present in Lumbini. Why not we make it the total number, that is 23? It is already established through the study that tropical region is the best habitat for Bodhi trees, and Lumbini lies within it. It is learned that some 108,000 tree sampling were planted in March 2011 under the joint partnership program of Lumbini Development Trust and WWF Nepal, realizing the congruence between Buddhist philosophy and WWF conservation principles, that is interconnectedness and interdependency. It is known that preference was given to plantation of trees that were considered to have existed in Buddha's time. Again, now what we need to do now is, Bodhi trees so far reported from Lumbini are in scattered condition. However, it gives proof that they are well thrived in Lumbini region. What is needed at present time is to allocate a suitable plot for developing a sacred Bodhi tree garden, a region where there are already some Bodhi trees would be chosen. Other Bodhi tree species which are not yet reported can be planted and grown in the prescribed plot, well fenced and protected. Each of the trees should be well labeled with name as mentioned in Buddhist scriptures, valid scientific name and corresponding Buddha. Such Bodhi tree garden will definitely add values religiously, culturally and touristically. It would be beneficial from all good aspects. We can have an example from Sri Lanka. A Bodhi tree garden was maintained at Anuradhapura, where Mahabodhi was situated, with plantation of Bodhi trees of Buddhas of current eon, that is Bhadrakalpa, like Krokuchanda Buddha, Kasak Muni Buddha, and Kashyap Buddha. We can imagine the importance when all range of Bodhi trees in one garden in Lumbini is established. And now I'm coming to conclusion. After knowing the availability of almost all Bodhi trees in Nepal, we can further glorify Lumbini by planting all the available Bodhi trees and establishing a sacred Bodhi tree garden. The climatic condition of Lumbini region, being in Terai, tropical area of Nepal, would be plus point in this context. And okay, I leave here. And it will be advantageous not only from religious standpoint, but also from academic, historical, cultural, scientific, and environmental perspective. Lastly, I would like to extend my best wishes of good luck, good health, prosperity on the eve of Baisak Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Surendra ji, for your nice presentation and also offering some valuable suggestions and recommendations.